everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two of the most prolific offenses in the NFL will be on display in today's game. Both teams rank in the top 10 in total yards. The Browns are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Colts defense that will need to be at the top of its game. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Now it's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they've
taken it right down Broadway. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Red zone opportunity.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Single receiver. Let's go. Blue, land it.
They'll set up a throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown. Cleveland. Devin Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch.
Now a first down throw, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that...
And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And a look here at the Colts defense. Obviously a close game from the defensive standpoint. Maybe don't want to blow it too much out of proportion, but how important is this drive?
I think it's huge for them because they've got to find a way to help out their offense, whether it's doing it themselves, taking the ball away and scoring, or setting their offense up in a good position to give them a chance to fully be back in this game.
Sometimes that defense triggers the offense. We'll see. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Fresh set of downs here. One quarter down. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He was looking for Devin Smith that time, and it's 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Wide open receiver complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the 50, it's Luck. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Second down now after the pass completion.
Tight right. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And the third down pass falls incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
10 yards still left on second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on second down is Locke. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Gordon. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Browns are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Colts will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Colts starting on their opening drive. He stays up the middle on the run, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown as they put the first points on the board. Midway through the first quarter, the pass is complete near the sideline, and he'll end up at their own 40-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Browns tied up at 7. At the end of the first quarter, it's Buck with a completion over the middle, and that goes as a 71-yard touchdown. Colts up by a touchdown. Set up now, 3rd and 7. The quick pass and completion is made, and he's gone as he sprints into the end zone. Colts up now by 14. First and 10. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and the pass and catch will end up going for 36 yards. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, nice move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Good. Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal from the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Coons connects on this one. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw on second down is Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Third and long. It's Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll run it here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Coons back out now to kick this away after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Luck on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
But frankly, Brennan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed of the...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Colts add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
2nd and 1 is offered an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations will often become bolder.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And now a first down following that long gain. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run the option left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and goal to go now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes. Look at your timeouts. Make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new result.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Luck. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. It's how many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Look at the block in the back. Offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of... And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with time running out. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point.
And not only did they score, they tied the game. That means...
Yep, the PAT now can win it. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And they have got the lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.